Go. I do believe we are live. So I'll say indeed. And greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Today's stream topic is going to be about loving things the way you love things that you love. What does that mean? In other words, all of us love certain things, right? That's pretty clear. All of us potentially love our pets. All of us potentially love our favorite pastimes, right? Etc., etc. And then taking a step back, really paying attention to how it is you love, right? And this is a topic inspired by Jovan today. She mentioned the fact that she loves birds, for example. This is pretty common knowledge in our stream space. But she loves birds. So that love of birds manifests in her giving birds that space to be appreciated, to listen to their sounds, to see them hopping from branch to branch, to see them enjoying their seeds or their vegetables or whatever, like that level of love that you can have for something else manifests in a certain way in your experience. And then to pay attention to those manifested symptoms of your love, and then to try and bring them into your other relationships with love as well, right? Sure, it's not exactly possible for you to watch how your plant eats seeds or jumps from branch to branch. But that level of commitment, that energy you're willing to exert into this direction to try and make it as loving as possible, is something that we're all capable of. Coming back to that power that we have from yesterday. So, yeah, we'll talk about that today. Hey, Shan, it's nice seeing you here with us. It's just Shan, just me and Shan, just me and you in the space right now. I've already introduced the whole stream topic. I might not even say it again, but this is the way it is. Maybe there's somebody watching in the future. Oh, you're watching in, hello. Blessings to you too. I'm gonna pour myself a glass of water. I'll read something we're saying, and then we'll see if we can get a little bit deeper into the stream topic. I'm trying to think of it from a few perspectives, right? Kind of like pointing the lens back at myself. What is it that I love? And how is it that I manifest my love for those things in the world? I see Naren here too, and there's Sam as well. Jeshan, yeah. I'm sure you believe that. It was, I think, Jeshan for a moment there. At least it tells me that there was only one person in the space with me. And I only saw one comment. It's nice to have you here too, Sam. Naren, blessed to you too. So much lovin's. Love is true. I feel this, but with buns, of course, absolutely. So much lovin's. Some of us, me included, might feel a little bit lower energy the last few days as the weather has changed. The weather has changed for me too. Hey, Zano, you're not this early usually. It's nice seeing your name. Blessings to you. Yay! I'm feeling some way. Like I feel like I'm unbalanced right now. Am I unbalanced? Thinking from the perspective of loving, if I were to love a person, which I am, which I do, love people, that is, what does that love look like? It usually looks like care. You hear that? Thunder. Love, love. Love to you, Duck Dad. Ooh. Yeah. I'm seeing turbulence, like spiraling clouds in my mind. Okay, back again. If I am to love a person, what does that look like? In my mind, it looks like presence. This willingness to give another person your presence. For instance, and this is how I really noticed that as a love action in myself, is when people tell me the same thing again, right? And there's like a duality in that experience. For the one side, there is an ego that gets involved, right? When someone tells me something again, because my ego can feel like, you've already told me this. Don't you remember that we had this conversation? Am I so unimportant that you can't even remember the fact that we had this conversation before? right? That's the one interpretation. But the other interpretation is giving people the room to talk about that things. Again, from this perspective of, if I am to love myself, if I am to be a self, and this other person is a self as well, them sharing the story with me surely is important, right? Surely the story is important to them, so they want to share it again because they feel safe enough, loved enough with you in that moment. And yeah, to kind of like shift that back to myself. Because I worry sometimes, that I'm being repetitive with these streams. I felt it especially today during the yoga, thinking about the fact that usually with these streams I get to be at least partially unique. I get to do something new, or at least the circumstances are different, so the content will be different as well. However, with yoga, I'm doing the same thing over and over again. And then I was like getting into my own head about people getting bored with me and people thinking that I'm repeating myself and how that's a bad thing in my own mind. And then I brought myself back to that willingness in myself these days, where if somebody tells me the same story over again, to just be there and listen to it, right? To not say anything, to not say that you've heard it, even with like jokes or with like memes. Memes is an especially prevalent one. There people send me memes that I've seen a lot. I am very internet citizen, right? And then instead of being like, oh yeah, I've seen it, to kind of like, and this is the way I've been trying to adapt to it, is to like resonate, to associate with this other person and like associate with the feelings you felt while seeing this piece of content. Instead of the piece of content being the thing that's of importance, the feelings you had, right? The stuff that there is to love, if you will, being that which brings a little bit more depth. Tina in the house. Hey, Tina. Blessed to you. Beloved, it's nice having you here. The Thunder Buddies Unite. Joy Beef, nice having you here too. Things meaning inanimate objects. I love lamp. I mean, if not, why not? Is the rain starting? Yeah. I did come and sit underneath the roof because I knew it was probably going to start raining. Man, no sounds. I love the thunder. Something so transient, so impermanent, so fleeting. Maybe there's a lesson in that as well. Our ability to love and then to let go. Realizing that we have so many different ways of loving, and then to pay attention to all of these symptoms, these... What's the exact word that I'm looking for? I'm thinking of it from like a perspective of like mathematics, like a pattern arising, right? Like you have this data set of all of the love you've ever loved, and within all of this love you've ever loved, there are certain things that kind of like stick out in the data set. And mostly, at least in my experience, I tend to be very unaware of the way. For instance, like my ability to love the weather, to love the thunder, to love that experience of it going. And then after the is gone, I'm not feeling a sense of, oh no, but come back. Oh, but no again. Oh, but no, you have to stay. Right? And to think of that ability to love something so unattached, how that ability to love with complete detachment, can bleed into the rest of my loving relationships as well. Repetition, we like patterns and repetition. This is also true, Joy V. Thank you for reminding me of that. I bet the petrichor smells so delightful over yonder. I don't think it's there yet. It hasn't rained enough. Like you'll see. I should let me move this. Can you see that? Can you see there's like a few droppies? Pippi is like, what's something here? What's here? What's here, Pippi? So what's here? Something here? Huh? Maybe here. Maybe there's something here. Maybe there's here something. Nah, I'm getting distracted too. I'm getting distracted by Pippi's distractions. You keep saying love is true. You don't mind that repetition. That is true. That is true. But that one, That one I repeat over and over again because it's more like a mantra. Mantra slash reminder slash truth. Like a way of living, like something that is of very, very high importance. So yeah, you know what? I'm getting rained on anyway. I agree, Joyviv. Thank you for reminding me of that. To love repetition. What does that look like in my experience? If I love repeating something, right? And there's not many things that I love repeating. I do love repeating "love is true." Thank you for bringing that into my mind, Joyviv. What else do I love repeating? I love repeating this cycle of showing up with you, friends. Is there something similar between saying love is true? Yeah. Yeah, love, technically, right? Maybe it's an understanding. Maybe it's like a belief, like a willingness to stand for something. I feel like that's where the love of repetition is coming from right now, right? Like it's this ability to realize that you're repeating it and to be proud of that. Because unfortunately, we can use that love of repetition against ourselves as well, right? Maybe you believed a certain thing. For instance, to make an example, maybe you're a flat earther and you love repeating the fact that you believe the earth is flat to every person who you talk to, for example. And then upon having to let go of that, having to stop standing for that thing that you used to love, might feel like you lose a lot more than just the concept of the earth is not flat, right? You might lose that thing that you used to stand for as well. At least that's the way that I'm trying to think of it. So being able to stand for something. And then again, how do I apply that willingness to stand for something into my intimate relationships, into my relationship with Pippi? She's sitting in the rain right now. How's that comfy, Pippi? I'm getting rained on because it's coming sideways. My back is already mildly wet. How's it hitting my face, Even my tablet is being hit. You can see the droplets that are like coming straight past me. There's a new one that just dropped. Oh, please, rains. What do I have a roof for? What am I sitting under a roof for? I'm loving enough. I appreciate. Actually, you know what? Reframe. I love the rain. Technically, right? I do. I really do. I do love the rain. But now that the rain is falling on me, I am changing my priorities. So I feel I'm going to take a step back and ask myself, how is it that I love the rain? I love the rain from the perspective of thinking about how good it is for the plants. I love the rain from a financial perspective, right? This is one of the things that I don't know if it's really good for me to think about, but if we had to pump the water out of a water reservoir underground, or had to suck it from a river and then bring it all the way here, or even going a step further and desalinating ocean water and then bringing that desalinated water all the way here, it would literally cost us millions of US dollars a year to put the water on the farm that the rain does. So there's an extreme gratitude and an awareness of the value that is being contributed by the rain. So adding a layer of gratitude in that way. Is there more? The sound of rain is also something that I love. So even though it's falling on me, I still get to hear that sound and I still get to love that. And there's the petrichor smell now. The smell is amazing as well. And you know what's the weirdest part? As I started being more appreciative of the rain, less drops have been falling on me. There's still some falling on me, but less. I can feel it. I love melt as much as I love the roof over my head that keeps the rain off my skin and my things. And I love you. Goo, thank you for letting me love you too, bro. Gabby, hi lovelies. Dixie and I are on the road, so lurky lurk. Love to you. Love to you too. My tablet is getting rained on as well. Maybe, you know what? It's good because I get to clean my screen. Yeah, perfect. How long does the rain last usually? If we're really lucky, it depends on what you think of as luck, though. If it's if it's really good for the earth, we get like a week's worth of rain, where it will rain with this amount of intensity for like a week, and things will get pretty wet that way. Talking about, I need to go and empty that rain catch. So that we can see how much rain we get. We don't get much rain, right? Like if we get like 20 mils, that's good. That's a good amount of rain. Okay. No more all messages. Thank you for reminding me. Dunk. All messaged. On the road at 6 a.m. when you said smells wonderful, Princess Spicy Claus did the annoying cat turn and stick her butthole in my face. It's like, yeah, oh, don't you think for a second, don't you think you're gonna get away with anything, cat butt? Looking for a specific behavior response from you when they present their butt to you. The cat is. Do you know what specific response they're looking for, Sam? Sound like oddly specific. Ooh, that's some power. Them thunders. Let me see if I can get myself a little bit covered. This thing is not exactly thick, but it might add an extra layer of protection. I get to be babushka. This is what it's like to be a Russian granny. Make myself super cute. Okay, let me light this freaking joint so I can get more melty. Every commute is a waste. I'm glad you don't have to do that anymore. Agreed. Joy, I used to start my 2-hour commute at 5:30 back in the day. What a colossal waste of time those 4 years were. Same. I used to do it just to not have to sit in the city traffic for as long. Still had to, but not as long. Stand for, like, strong in your beliefs. Yeah, I feel like that's one way of being loving, right? And I guess, in some part at least, that's how people end up becoming loving of their religion. Because it is like a love that people stand for, right? Something that they associate with so strongly that it becomes personal, and then they have to defend that personal part of themselves. Otherwise, they lose more than just their ego's ability to say those things, right? At least that's the way I'm interpreting today, the lesson I'm trying to learn. What? You don't feel like learning a new thing, Doc? Are we all going in the house? Not yet. Sorry, I like to ask questions. Please do. I bless the rains down in Africa. There's no silly questions, only silly people. How long does the rain last? Love again. I bless the rains. How, a week? Yeah, if we're lucky, we'll get like a week's worth of rain, but that rarely happens. Usually it's a few hours. Yeah, the rain is not hitting me as much anymore, so I'm doing good. All messages. Good morning to you, Josh. Mo, blessings, bro. It's nice seeing your name. You know what behavior response the cat is looking for specifically? Yes, I do. But it will definitely be taken the very wrong and very dirty way. Yeah, I've heard that one too. I've heard that one too. I usually tell the cats, I cannot give you what you're looking for. I'm sorry, kitty cat. I'm sorry. You shall not receive. Did your dad apologize for yesterday, Melt? He did. Kinda. So, I'm happy that you asked, Joy V, because I didn't really know if I was going to talk about it at all actually today. What ended up happening yesterday is there was still a lot of anger and like, I'm like, and then I went to talk to my mom about it again a little bit, and my dad was like in earshot, listening, and I didn't think he was, but he was, and then he came closer while we were having this conversation about like what happened, and then he got into this like, he said, she said, is this okay? Yeah, I made a mistake, but didn't mom also make a mistake? Nah, 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 nah. And I felt like in that moment I could play a role that I've been wanting to play, but I haven't quite been verbal or calm or compassionate enough to play as well as I did yesterday. And there was like a good few points made. It felt like there was an understanding. And I recommended again that my mom and my dad take mushrooms together and actually see each other. Not see the flesh, but see one another, right? By seeing themselves. So hopefully these are the moments, right? Maybe this moment that was technically not good leads us to better experiences by actually showing up for them. Our rain lasts longest like a day. Really? That is interesting, actually. Granny melt, you like it? Babushka, melt bushka. Bruh, it's raining on my lower back again. There's water droplets falling in my glass. I like that. Oh, bruh, like it's. You see that? Yeah, like it's raining sideways. I don't know if my tablet likes that. I'll smoke first, and then I'll think about getting up. I was gonna get up and move, but then I was gonna move my things and groove, but then I gotta. Na 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 na. Na skip skip nap. Banana scale. Bruh, I'm getting so rained on. Like it's coming at me right now. Oh. Oh, I am smoking this with the intention of teaching myself how I love. I love the rain. Sure, the rain is falling on me right now, but that doesn't make me love the rain any less. I would rather have the rain fall on me than no rain falls at all. You like that, Joey? You think that's funny? Thank you. Because I'm moving. You friends make me happy when you resonate with me like that. All right, all right, all right, all right. You win, Mama Nature. You win. I'll move. You get to keep your spot. My back is so wet right now. Ugh. But let's move here. I'm gonna move myself here. We'll still have like background views, but we're gonna do so a little bit more inward. No, 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 no. Ski bop de bop boo. Skitty bop. Boop scop. Scoop de bo. There you go. I think I found a wind chokes point. You know, it seems like the wind is really Really coming at me from this side. Wins. Wins. Better. At least it's not in my face right now. Okay. Let me cut that wall out. Social media and be like, hey, you don't you dare wall on me. Oh, so much love. We are being washed. Washed. I missed all the stuff of your dad, probably for the best. No, actually, pretty good. There was like a few conclusions reached. There was like some willingness to admit fault, some growth happening. At least I would like to believe so. I'll just say that I would like to believe there was some growth happening slowly but surely, but it'll take more than just that. And I believe that these moments of discomfort will potentially give me enough credence, enough credit of like, oh, maybe my son isn't actually an idiot. Just maybe. Just like if you really think about it. And maybe, I'll start listening to him slowly but surely. So I'm hoping that this whole circumstance, this whole situation that transpired, will help with that more than anything. Rinse the chat. My devices don't care for water at all. The rest of my devices technically can handle it. Technically. I don't know so anymore because I got my port replaced and they didn't really seal my back cover as well as it was sealed when I bought the phone originally. So yeah, I think they'll like survive a few drops, but I definitely don't want to get them rinsed. Jono, I heard that in your voice singing, wash it, put it back, do it over again. Yes, Doc, he posted he's off smoke. I thought he might still do edibles. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he said, I am officially stopping smoke or something like that. Specifically saying smoke. I don't think Snoop Dogg is not going to smoke weed anymore. I think this is like just marketing because you friends are literally talking about it. And that kills me a little bit. The fact that we're giving it any energy. It's probably just marketing. He's like gonna come out with some new, edible candy or, THC vape. And now he's only gonna be eating edibles and THC vaping or just like normal dry herb vaporizing. That's now his new thing. He's not gonna be smoking carcinogenics anymore. That's probably what's happening. I highly doubt he's gonna be completely away from the cannabis community. Totally some shit I'd say because moving is hard. Absolutely. Yes, you understand. Sano, I heard it in your singer voice love again. He posted he's off smoke. I thought he might still do edibles. He's quitting smoking weed. I suspect he quit smoking weed and is about to drop a giant edible line or something. Still poor blunt rolling guy out of a job. Weirdly enough, that's the first place my mind went as well, Duck Dad, where I was like, if this oak is no longer smoking joints, like specifically smoking joints, what is this joint roller dude gonna do? Is he just gonna get fired? That doesn't seem right. Moisture is turning melt fluffy. White fro. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it on purpose now. Let's go for it. Absorb the water here. Absorb. Yeah, absorb. 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 Give myself that fro. Yeah. Give more. More. Yeah. I'm not embarrassed. I am hydrating myself. Thank you very much. Yes. Flesh cash time. No, not just yet. So vibrant and green, while my whole world is turning to brown and gray. The contrast is necessary, Brother Bear. We can only properly appreciate the vibrant green when we went from the gray. Weirdly enough, like literally today, I specifically looked at that tree. Yeah, you can see the corner of it. I looked at that tree and I was thinking to myself how much more beautiful it is being full of its lush green leaves instead of just being the stick version of itself. You know, that and the whole it being like light brown everywhere. That was also like a big thing. You know, the green is empowering, uplifting, energizing. It induces that vibrancy, as you mentioned. The rain here today is cold, but we've got a burn ban because it's been so dry. Hopefully, this moisture provides us some safety from redneck pyrotechnics as well. Bless. Hoping so with you. There will never be safety from rednecks, Joe accepted. No. Oh, what are the redneck pyros, Joe? Usually doomsday preppers of a slush fund. Joy, that's so trippy. The fact that people like that exist. Joy, my guess is hillbillies of giant, unruly burn piles. I'm sure your sister has a scrunchie you can borrow, Melt. Uh, Technically, me too. I have like a little hairband that I keep available. You want to see me tied up hair, Melt? Should I leave that scruff up front? I feel like the perspective is also doing me an injustice. Let me make you shorter. Yeah. This is what it's like to be short person looking up at me. Shorter person. There you go. Being a person. Why? Why does it have to be so hard being a person sometimes? And yet so beautiful as well. Like those mountains, ever since my LSD trip, my Lions experience that I had a few weeks ago, like literally 2 weeks, going on 3 weeks now ago, spending like 20 minutes just looking at those mountains radically changed the way that I feel about them. I feel it got associated with that whole experience we had about like talking about the mountains being that far away or how far away they are. And then me pulling it up on Google and seeing them from the top down and realizing that they're not just a mountain, like a little running across the background, but it's like a with the pieces. Am I making absolutely no sense right now? Yeah? Okay. Bear with me, please. I was just surprised to know that that mountain keeps going. There's like bubbles of mountains behind those mountains. And I don't know why, but it changes the way I feel about them looking at them now. Right? In your mind as well. It does have this feeling of it being like one like row. Does it? One row of mountains? When in fact it's like a palm. You know, like you're looking at this side of the palm, and then there's like a mountain peak here, and then it goes like down, and then there's more mountain peaks going behind it. I don't know what the fuck's happening right now. I feel like my hair being tied back is it's messing with my brain a little bit. It's like, ah, yes, now suddenly all of your antennae can only channel one bit of information at a time, and we're gonna give you the worst bit of information to channel to start off with. Leave my laptop in my pocket. I love myself, and I love being here with you, friends. That looks like presence. That looks like wanting to give you energy. That looks like being excited, stoked, just to be with you, friends. Just saying those things makes me feel like I have more direction. I know where I'm supposed to be going. I want curls. No curls. Now it's slick back Melt. Right? You can still see my hair is curly underneath, but this is what I look like with a hair bun. You friends don't get to see me much this way, right? Not technically. I usually don't show up on camera with my hair tied back, but this is what I look like most of my day, technically, right? Like I sleep with my hair tied back, and then I kind of continue like that until I get showered again. Why is there no Afro emoji? Probably racisms, like people would use it for racism or something. I don't know. There's a reason for that, Joy. Depending on how deep in the woods you go here, you might find a burning tire somewhere. I'm envisioning a coven of hood witches dancing around burning tire to bring hexes of checks note, contaminated methamphetamines, and Starbucks closures upon their enemies. Contaminated methamphetamine? Just methamphetamine, I think. It doesn't even have to be contaminated. It's like, yeah, get wrecked. Oh, I hope you get your methamphetamine as a witch curse. I want girls. You always look nice with your hair pulled back. Thank you. I do feel more like a manly man for some reason with my hair tied back, right? Makes me think about when my hair was still short. And then it makes me think about the person that I was. The amount of anger, the amount of even though it wasn't really feelings of injustice, so much feelings of injustice. And technically, it wasn't injustices towards me, even though it was interpreted that way. But now, having grown up a little bit, I feel like it's more an anger towards the injustices of our world. But instead of trying to be a savior, all I get to do is love. All right? Get to look at little Pippi. You won't be able to see her properly, but that's my view of her right now. Getting to look at little Pippi and be like, I love that little creature laying down there. I get to reach out and give her pets instead of reaching out and hurting her. Both of those powers always available to me, but because I love her and I know she loves me, the way in which that love is manifested is something that I can bring into other parts of my life as well. And you friends, like I wanna like make that clear. So the context with which I'm talking right now is thinking about the amount of change I've gone through since showing up with you friends and seeing your friends' faces sometimes, words mostly, or just imagining a pair of eyes being on the other side of this, experience, seeing me. It has changed me. It has changed again my perspective on love, realizing that I love you friends and realizing that love makes me show up a certain way, allowing me to show up that way in my other loving experiences as well. You want to know what the symptom, the act of love that I feel I just came to as a conclusion with happens in this space more than anything else is playfulness. Playfulness. I've been allowed to be more playful in this 1 to 2 hours we have with one another every day than I've been anywhere else in my entire life. And I'm including my childhood in this. I'm literally including my childhood. Because like this, at a certain age in my childhood, I realized that people found me odd. That I was definitely not your normal run-of-the-mill child. That there was something a little bit, and it instantly made me be a little bit more reserved because I didn't want to be interpreted. At least it depended on how much attention I was getting, right? If I wasn't getting any attention, I would lean into my weird part because people would go, "Wow, you're weird," and I'd be like, "Yeah, notice me," or whatever. But then when the noticing became judgment and hatred and disdain and making fun of, then we kind of like pull ourselves inwards. And that inward pulling, kind of like small version, hiding away version of me was very present for a very long time. Even though I didn't think it was, And then upon starting these streams with you friends, you allowed me enough safety to actually be myself, and I appreciate that. That's Simon. I see in chat. Love to you, bro. So nice seeing your name. Sorry, guys. Had man flu. Man flu. I don't know why, but that sounds cool, bro. Ain't got no sissy flu. Got the man flu. I know that's not what it's supposed to mean. And I'm not trying to do a misogynistics. I'm just tripping out about human naming conventions. Recovering meeting. Missed you guys. We missed you too, Simon. It's nice having you here right now, dear friend. The frizz, the tangles, like anything. Even a small wavy would be nice. You mean like for your own hair? Suffering is one thing for things to be different. It's the best way to suffer. Number one way. Mel, thank you. Thank you so much for gifting membership, Shovan. I appreciate your lovin's. Ellie, the artist. Quick on the gun. It's nice seeing your name here too, dear friend. Oh! Why does it disappear? It makes it disappear on my side. Does it disappear for you friends as well? Maybe only one person can claim it, and then it disappears or something. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Are you using the leave-in conditioner oils? You're asking Zano. Yeah, Zano. Are you? Are you using leave-in conditioners? I heard it's great. I heard it's so fantastic. The most fantablastic. You're using them too, Melt? No. No. Why not? Because I have no reason other than not going and buying any. Sam, even when I do, they fall out in like an hour. Sorry, guys, love again to you. Are you using even moisture is the essence of wetness? This is true. Mousse on wet hair, braid it until it's dry, and then you have waves. Like you braid your hair. I've seen people do that as well. Apparently, my hair follicles grow out as ovals, and those ovals slowly keep spinning, and as they spin, they create the curls in my hair. Do you like the way it looks? Isaac is here too. Hey, bro. Of course, we're talking about hair, and Isaac is like, step aside, hair noobs. Hair daddy is here. Hey, hair daddy. I'm sorry, Isaac. Love to you, bro. It's nice having you here, man. You want to recommend any leave-in conditioner for me? What brand of leave-in conditioner should I use? Oh, I'm very peculiar with things I put in my hair. I believe that my skin eats the things that I put on my body, and it makes me a little bit. I don't want to put some random ass leave-in conditioner in my hair. I don't want to pay money to put some random ass leave-in conditioner in my hair. So maybe you can let me know, bro. Recommend the best brand. Just straight coconut oil. That I could potentially do. I should actually. I should put some coconut oil in my hair. It's been a long time, and I can feel my hair asking for it, and I'm just like not getting to it. It's been bad. Shan and the tribe. Love to you, Simon. It's nice having you here. Hair is fried, Sam. Sam, a burning tire? Was that a typo? No, I think that's correct. Now I'm imagining dancing around a giant tire with flames coming up. Oh, the smell. The smell would be atrocious. And if you're dancing around it, that means you're going to catch the wind, probably like, or the smoke, as you're going around. Like, no, please. Giving a new meaning to burning rubber. Chauvin mentioned burning tires where she lives. I took the baton and sprinted. You did perfectly, Sam. We buzz off you, Melty. And I'm happy for that. Get energy. I don't know what that energy was. You were like, the fun. Yeah, still energy. Thank you for buzzing with me. Good to see you, Simon. I've been AWOL too. Love is true. You were working as well. Thank you for the check-ins. So much love. Thank you indeed. Thank you, Kristen, for making sure our friends are okay. That wasn't a typo. Yeah, same, Melt. Adults didn't like when I would pack mud into my shirt and pants and slick my boots with it. Yeah, I did that too, but only like once. They also didn't appreciate that. The thing that I used to do as a kid that my teachers wouldn't, or other kids wouldn't appreciate, is I would be a creature. I would specifically dissociate from humanity and I would be something else intentionally. I stopped doing that a while ago. I stopped doing that when I was like 11 or 12, when I realized people see me as a creature when I pretend to be the creature, right? It's like, oh, now I'm no longer human in these people's eyes. I don't know if that's good. I think they need to keep thinking I'm human in order for me to stay alive in this tribe. Yeah, like I would viscerally, pretend to be like either, and I say creature specifically because creature can go both ways. You can be a monstrous creature. I would morph into different ones. Like my preferred creature during my primary school days was the monster, right? Where I would become what I would consider a nightmare monster, right? The monster that hides under your bed, the monster that chases you down as soon as the light goes off. That was the monster I was trying to be. And I would make sounds, like these growling sounds, and I would climb up the jungle gym upside down, pretending to hang from the bottom of a bed. Like I was into some weird shit as a 6-year-old. Like there was something wrong with me. I'm still convinced. Like if I had to see my 6-year-old self and have him articulate what's going on in his experience right now, I'm like, oh, this dude is not on this planet right now. Living in somewhere else. He's just mildly piloting this human suit, as an extension of himself. And then, when I got into like primary school, we moved schools. We moved from Rustenburg to Groblersdal. So we went from like a city environment where my friends at that point was like into Yu-Gi-Oh, and we were like collecting Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and we would like have these battles, and like the conversations we had was like about monster power stats, right? So it was like this transition of like me pretending to be a monster to then meeting friends in the outer world that are fascinated with monsters, right? And then feeling that kinship, talking about these cards, about these monsters that you can summon into your world to fight for you. And like my childlike imagination was like super stoked with that stuff. My parents believed it was satanic, so I wasn't allowed to bring any Yu-Gi-Oh cards into the home. So I would hide them in my school bag. And then we moved again. And then moving from the city where I had friends like that to a town surrounded by farms where other small towns send their kids to our high school because there's only one high school in like the district for like 400 kilometers in a circle basically, or something like that, maybe a little bit less than that. So people send their kids to our high school. You are met with a new type of person, almost like, I want to say old type of person to say it better. Like I feel like the consciousness of children are a little bit different in the cities than they are to the kids living in these town areas. And I couldn't be that person anymore. I would still choose to, I would still pretend to allow myself to channel the energy of the creature, but I wasn't celebrated for it. People would articulate, oh, that's fucking weird. How am I supposed to talk with you? I don't know how to play with you when you're being the creature. And I'm like, yeah, you're supposed to be a creature as well. That's how it works. So we creature together. Me and you, both creatures now. And then we creature. You pretend to not know you're a person, and then you climb upstairs and you look at a door. The fuck is this thing? What is this? And then you run to another child and you look at their school bag. What is this? It was fun being the creature. Damn it, I need to be the creature again a little bit. I'll try and be the creature. I'll have to dress up for it so people understand, right? If I look like a person and I'm the creature, people get very confused quickly. But if I look like a creature, maybe then I can get away with it. I feel like I'm rediscovering something that I used to love, but I had to stop doing because other people didn't love it. And I allowed that to influence me. Think you mean particular rather than peculiar. Then again, maybe both. No, I think that previous moment I did mean to say peculiar. Peculiar is like strange, right? Particular can also be this more of the same. Hey Google, define peculiar. Peculiar, different to what is normal or expected. Yeah, I think that is what I meant to say. Hey Google, define particular. Used to single out an individual member of a specified group or class, especially great or intense, insisting that something should be correct or suitable in every detail. To be very particular. Yeah, I like both words. Good evening, Nancy. It's nice having you here, sending you blessings. Good everything that evening. You probably don't have the same brands we do. Ask your sis what brand of leave-in she uses, and she does. She does use leave-in. I asked her. I was like I was thinking about you, Joy Vive, and I talked to my family, and I was like, do you use leave-in conditioner? I like say to the family table, and my sister's like, yeah, I've been using leave-in conditioner since I was like 11. And I go like, shit. Why did nobody tell me I could use leave-in conditioner? Being a monster is the best that it is. We have Melita here too. Love the love. Love to you. Thank you for joining us too. This one got too toasted. Yeah, that one is overdid. Just a little bit, unfortunately. But now I know. Now I know what that tastes like. Still running off to work this morning, but an hour later than usual. Yay. Love to you. I'm happy that you're working either way. Right? Not happy that you have to work, but happy that you get to. Right? That you are able-bodied enough, that hopefully they pay you. Hopefully you get to have some, I want to say good, but I'm just going to say some conversations with the people you work with. Love to you, Novazana. Plenty of breaks. Bless to you. Love again to you, Melita. Lozana, treat yourself. Lozana, treat yourself to an easy Friday. If you can't beat him, join him. Being a monster is the best. Me and my work colleagues, when we don't know what we bring, when we don't know what to do, we bring our elbows in and walk around like raptors. Like so. Yeah, that's some creature. That's some creature stuff right there. Right? So I think you do get what I'm saying. I feel like less crazy now. I'm not the only one creaturing out here. Shit. Nice. Nice. Monster roleplay sounds cute. More rational than being a human being who's pretending to be human since it's not yet aware of who it is. Yeah. I've been dissociating from this human experience for a very long time. And I wonder who I am. Who I really am. Who all of us really are. Am I scared? Am I scared of what I really am? Is it a creature? Is it creature-like? Is it more terrifying than any creature I can imagine even? Probably. Probably. And yet, it loves, right? Think about that as like a psychological experiment for all of us. That every single one of us are a monster. That maybe from a, human perspective, if we could see what we actually are, we would be terrified. Like run for your life, terrified. And yet, knowing yourself, at least partially, whatever that is capable of love. Is capable of looking at a flower and feeling awe, It's capable of hearing a bird make a sound and wonder if it's saying something. To listen to the bugs, the few raindrops still falling. So yeah, even if you are a monster, maybe you're a good one. This is again bringing up Nimona vibes to me. To you friends who haven't seen Nimona, I feel like I'm a fanboy. I feel like I'm a straight up fanboy. I'm so fanboying for that movie, I'm considering watching it again. I rarely watch movies again. I rarely do that. Well, that movie I want to watch again. Maybe I'll do it today even. It's so beautiful. Monster roleplay. Yeah. So I don't know if you've seen it, Melita, but Nimona, Nimona, I think. I'm pretty sure. Nimona. You'd love it. You're like, I'm here. I can feel the giddy in all of your friends' souls while watching that movie in this present moment. It's beautiful. Hey, who needs tears? Bless you. It's nice seeing you here. Lisa too. Namaste to you, dear friend. This having this human experience with me. I love you all every day, going through this with me, sharing love. Feeling grateful to have you all. Blessed to you. What costume would the creature wear? My creature would be cat-like, of course. I would probably go for like still having my face active because I feel I can monster better with facial expressions than I would be able to with like a big mask. So like I'm imagining something like I'm tying my hair back and then from here on I'll like add like head pieces, right? Something that flares out, like goes slick back, like maybe like tendrils or lines or dread like thick units, that goes back and then goes over my body, like I don't know how to explain this. Instantly my brain gets melted. Imagine thick, like tubes, right? That could be the one way to build the suit. It's like you have like a bunch of tubes that start from here going outward, and then it runs down your neck, and then those tubes like twirl around your arms. You can create like this furry little stuff on your hands. Then I could be, some sort of creature. More Nimona fans here. Yes, Naren. I'm happy that you watched that. You being a filmmaker yourself, bro. I'm sure you could appreciate the amount of effort and beauty that went into telling that story. I'm happy that you also liked it, man. Bless you, bro. I didn't know how amazing leave-in conditioner would be until like 5 years ago. Your friends are really selling leave-in conditioner for me. Damn. Is it true Snoop gave up weed? I don't believe it. I think he's just going to cease smoking, which is something I ceased as well. I haven't smoked, like actually combusted once since buying myself this little vape pen, right? And I used to smoke more than I'd actually want to. And for me, you're like, oh, how much is more than you want to? More than I want to is like more than once. If I smoke actual smoke more than a single time in a day, that's too much in my mind. And I knew that I needed to change something, and switching over to vaporization has definitely been better for me. Like I can feel it. Like I can feel my lungs not, it still gets tight, in the moment, but that tightness dissipates significantly faster now than it did when I was just like smoking the plant material itself. So I think that's what Snoop is doing if he's going to give up smoke, right? Actual smoke, because smoke is when something gets combusted. I taught my niece the joys of leave-in conditioner at 12. She rocks that shit hard, and I love to see it. Bless you. Do you leave in? Do you leave in conditioner or rinse it out at some point? Where I understand it, Nancy, is that you leave it in, right? Like that's why it's leave-in conditioner. Or maybe it's like you leave it in while you're conditioning your hair and then you rinse it out. So it still had the leave-in element to it. That could also be the other one. I do that with my conditioner, but I don't leave it in afterwards. Thanks, Melt. Yes, thanks, Melt. Yes, I do some. Great conversation network. Do get some Great conversation at work. The guy I sit closest to teaches classics, Latin and Greek at the university. He's also a secret pagan who lives for EDM festivals. What a dude. Just like reading that fractal, knowing a person like that exists. You would love him. I love him already. Instantly, I love him so much. Thank you, Loizana. Thank you for blessing me with that vision. Talking to my work colleagues gets boring. Yeah, that happens too. I get that, bro. But at least it's something. Some people don't get to have conversations with anybody, right? And even that boring conversation is still good for you, technically, right? From a literal physiological level. Like our bodies die quicker if we don't get to talk to other people. I'm the creature from the Black Lagoon. If I'd be a creature, I don't. I don't rinse it out, Nancy. There we go. Pagan tendencies. Tears, okay. I need to research this because I rinse before I get out of the shower. The more you know. I have it on my to watch list. I usually don't like that type of animation, but I knew I'd like it. We'll have to watch it soon then. If you're going to watch it, psychedelics won't hurt. I did watch Nimona my first round with some lions playing along. I think it's going to be a beautiful experience, even if you don't partake. But some psychedelic insight will allow you to flow. It's going to be a beautiful experience either way, though. Enjoy when you do. I use a regular conditioner, then I rinse out in the shower and then apply leave-in after I've combed my wet hair. Then I leave that in. That's probably the way I'm going to have to do it as well. In the drag world, when drag queens and drag kings and also drag creatures, there's drag queens and drag kings and also drag creatures. I think you'd be a great drag creature. Who Needs Tears is really invested in this fractal. She's like so on board for seeing me do drag. I still don't know how I feel about that. I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it. Not from like a I would never. I'm too this and that, too so and so. No, none of that is in me. For me, it's just like the financial implications again, right? I ain't got no money to spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on costumes. Not right now. And then I hear Louisiana be like, hey, but Mel, you could end up earning money doing this. And I'm like, yeah, that is true. I'll probably do it for myself first, right? I will make myself drag creature. My dad will literally lose his mind, Louisiana. Like he will straight up lose his shit if he has to hear me say the words, oh, Dad, I'm going to dress up like a drag creature. His conservative little heart giving in. So I'll probably just do it for myself. I'll make myself a creature costume. I do want to have like a performing costume as well. Like I have ideas. I'm just waiting for the tech to catch up with me. Nicotine bypass. I don't know what that means, but that sounds hardcore. Nicotine bypass. Maybe like nicotine patches or like nicotine gum. My pleasure, Nancy. My dentist told me to rinse toothpaste and leave it in mouth. Told me not to rinse toothpaste and to leave it in my mouth. I mean, like, who am I to say your dentist doesn't know anything or whatever? But I usually rinse my mouth because I don't like the taste of toothpaste. And I'm definitely not, because like if I leave something in my mouth, slowly but surely I'm going to swallow it. I try not to. Regular conditioner gets rinsed out. True. Leave-in conditioner stays in and not rinsed until you wash your hair again. There we go. Tiny amounts of leave-in conditioner. Yeah, like you do like literally, like that much of like a little dollop. That's maybe even too much, right? Like you do a super little amount. At least I learned that that's best. You put it in damp hair, not dripping, and then cool blow dry to prevent friction and heat damage while they're wet. Fragile hair dries. True. Like the psychedelic tub, yeah. You'll know. As soon as you start watching it, you'll be like, this is why Mel was like, yeah, psychedelics. Toothpaste is poison and you should not be swallowed. Yeah, I don't know if it's poison. I don't use fluoride. I use toothpastes that do not have fluoride in it, but I still don't even swallow that brand. Do not let your dad know, or call it something else. Say you're in a play. Yeah, I'm in a play, dad. And then one of his friends sent him a video of me in drag running on like the runway, and they make fun of him for it. That does sound kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. No, Zana. I kind of love that. I used to not. I need a lot of lock in. I need a lot of leave in to lock in the moisture. It was a learning curve for my curly hair. Absolutely. Like every single one of us have it different when it comes to stuff like that. Drag is so much work. Melt is lazy, not talking shit, just saying we know our own. Yeah, Joy Vive. That's like I mentioned the financial aspect of it, but the reason I mentioned the financial aspect of it is because I would want to be rich enough to not have to do anything, right? So like it's not just me doing the drag or whatever, but instead of me makeuping myself and me doing my own hair and me making my own outfits and me sourcing my own, novel products, I would just want to have so much cash that I can be like, hey, person that loves making dresses, make this for me. Hey, person that likes makeuping people, make up me. And that's, yeah, it's still going to be a lot of work on top of the fact that I don't want to do any of it. But that being said, I still do see myself, especially in the digital realm, because that's gonna be easy, right? Then I can change my appearance with a flip of a switch, right? Instead of having to sit down for hours to prepare myself for a full outfit. I'll still do the outfits though, anyway, right? But they'll be special. I'll have to do them when it's super special. Maybe like Melt Fest while I'm DJing. I'll be super suited. Oh, I bet tears. I have straight hair and I end up using a ton as well. I'm assuming a creature costume is distinct for people who are furries. Ah, shit, man. Or you might be right. You might be right. I wouldn't be a creature of earth though. I feel like that's kind of the point for me. Maybe I can get away with it participating in the furry space. I don't have anything against furries, for the record. In fact, it makes perfect sense to me. I just, again, prefer comfort. Like I wear clothing. Yeah, I know, weird, right? And wearing clothing sometimes is uncomfortable when it's extremely hot. Wearing an entire fursuit while it's cooking outside? No, no, I'm okay. I'm all right, thank you. Even though I get to be a certain version of myself that feels a little bit more secure in knowing that my physical appearance doesn't have to be a limiting factor with my expression. Right? I get it. I super get it. But the comfort. I'm comfort first kind of person. Hey, Ground Sparkles here, sending you love, dear friend. Good afternoon to you. Hope you're well as well. Sending you blessings. No. Furries are our friends. Love is true after all. Love is true. Which I guess, yeah. In addition, the other things, true as well. No drag creatures are nothing like furries. Oh, do let us know more. Is there like a drag creature section of like RuPaul? One thing I like that pagan practitioners say is merry meet and merry part until we merry meet again, or something like that. That is nice. Keeping it merry, right? Not making it as a bad thing to leave one another. Realizing that we'll see each other again. You want to come sit on my lap? You can come. There you go, sweetie. Yeah, sweetie. Sweetie kiss. Love this creature so much. Kitty giving herself a bath in the background. She's like, don't you look at that kitty, bro. I'll leave. Oh, I'm sorry, puppy. Forgive my transgressions. I want to keep her little head in frame, at least ears. I don't have anything against furries either. I know a couple, and they're lovely people, of course. But that's a costume you put on, and it's not about performance. True. That one is more about, and I'm of course trying to speak candidly, not giving myself up as an expert. The way I interpret it, it's more an insecurity defense, an ego desolation kind of thing, right? A re-ego. It's like you melting into a new version of self versus I would want to dress up to perform, right? To give you a certain experience, right? Like from an ego perspective. Like I'm as an ego choosing to look a certain way to make you feel something, not to make me feel something that I don't usually feel. That's where the distinction, at least in my mind, is. I've always wanted to get into cosplay, dress as a druid with antlers and feathers. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? That sounds so cool. Nice bacon poetry, Nancy. A drag creature would be more creative, probably incorporating makeup, hair, and costume. Absolutely. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again. Dog so cute, right? Isn't she a little sweetie? She's a little sweetie. Look at those little eyes. How's your puppy pups? I love her so much. Rabbit, it's not about performance. I thought it was. Am I pretending to be a rabbit or a cat? You can pretend to be anything. Thanks for clarifying about Merry Greeting. Giovanna, on Halloween, I went to work dressed as a dormant tree with giant twigs and stuff stuck in my hair and leaves and leaf motifs everywhere. One person guessed I was a druid. I mean, aren't trees druids? Hey Google, define a druid. I want to see what druid means, or sorry for bumping your head, sweetie. A priest, musician, or soothsayer in the ancient Celtic religion. Yeah, I don't think trees are druids technically. I was just imagining like this. Like I see a druid as a musician that is very in tune with nature, a priest. Like that's a nature-based priest, and I can see trees, having that energy as well. I just kissed my cat as I hear you give. You kissed the pup, giving them lovins. Right? Look at her. Look at her dapperly, protecting me, making sure there's nobody coming, flanking my side. Thank you, puppy. Thank you for keeping me safe. I appreciate it. You see that little side eye she gave me? She knows. You'd make a particularly frightening Hagravan. Hagravan? I'm not sure which word. Louisiana, Halloween is my favorite. I bet you looked awesome. I hope for a future where we can all dress like it's Halloween every day. Right? That's the future that I envision for us. Dress up when you want to, because you want to, not because it's some special day to. I need to get going. Love to you, Louisiana. Embodiment is the true expression of will. That's a cool thing you just said there. Embodiment is the true expression of will. I don't know why, but the closest to a fractal that I shared of that today, Melita, is this feeling of stakes slash responsibility slash requirements, I think is the right word, that have to be met before you can become embodied as a human being. Because you, as a human being, have a lot of power, right? Unfortunately, we don't believe that, but we do. And I believe we have so much power that there has to be some sort of layer, some sort of test, some sort of filter for what creatures, what souls get to actually become embodied. And I feel again, as you mentioned, there is a sense of will to it, because in the same way that you have the ability to will yourself into existence, you have to have had the ability to will yourself to do certain things instead of others for a long enough period of time to be able to get to the point where you can will yourself in existence. So there's even more will that needs to be willed before you can will into this moment, right? So it's a lot of will. Oh goodness, I kicked my own cup. At least I'm gonna spilled a little bit of it. This got mildly wet, but maybe that's a good thing. It's gonna cool down faster. Whew, have a beautiful day. You too, dear friend. There are multiple definitions of druid, mostly owing to the RPG boom. Druid can mean priest, it can also mean wooded nature healer. It really just depends on the magic slash religion system, absolutely. I was Wednesday this Halloween. Last second outfit pulled together from the back of my closet. I think I could Hagravan it up for show. Hey Google, Hagravan. Hey Google, Hagravan. Hograven. Hagravan, Skyrim. Wait a second. Oh, goodness. I do remember Hagravens. We were talking about being the creature, right? That's some creature, yo. I remember your Johnny Depp, your Pirates of the Caribbean outfit better. I wish I saw the Wednesday one as well, though. Excellent breakdown of Druid, Sam. Love is true. Look at it. Look at them thigh muscles. She worked out. Sam, I also looked at those thigh muscles and I was like, got some thighs at least. Maybe, being a Hagravan comes with some benefits. Scary. Okay, let's pull a card, shall we? We had a good stream. We talked about loving. Surprise, surprise. If anybody ever asks you, what do we talk about here? At least it won't be too hard to give them an answer. Yeah, we talk about love. Sometimes other things. To the dismay of our poor Melt's heart. He cries every time. But we try to get back to it. No, stop. Yeah, my poor heart, Sam, is getting so dismayed. I guess 19. Let's see. Card time indeed. No, 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 no. This one. This one right here. You said 19? No. We pulled card number 7. The Trinity again. I'm trying to attach it to today's stream topic, thinking about the things that we've been speaking about. And for me, I'm thinking about the fact of love again, right? Specifically, this ability we have to love our families, right? And I know some of us don't, and you are righteous in separating if that is what's needed for yours, right? Your experience, your soul, your well-being. But the thing I'm really talking about is the family that is this union we make with people that we do love, right? And the experience of love that arises, that trust, that willingness to go through hell or high water, that willingness to actually, go out of your way to help another person that we have, or your family members, right? And then seeing how that love is manifested, and then feeling like this is the reminder I'm getting to love humanity in the same way. No, 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 no. Scope, no, 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 no. I mean, there is a red spiral in the center of it, Zano. Look at that red spiral. Perfectly red. And pink is baby red, technically, so... it's basically red, but baby. Tomorrow morning, I will be sipping my first coffee after 7 days. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Nancy, let us know how it feels. Enjoy, friend. Love to you, Bethany. It's nice seeing you too. That coffee is gonna be tasty. Absolutely. You're going to feel some things. Be super mindful with it. If you can, only drink the coffee. Don't do anything else. If you really can, go and sit outside and, you know, just breathe and drink your coffee. In my mind, that's the best way to appreciate it. I will savor it and smile. Bless Nancy. This card isn't being illuminated properly. Let me move this light back. Those symbols in the corners have importance. Alright. You want to know what it means? Card number 7. Does it have any gold? You can interpret those layers as gold. I would. They look kind of goldish, right? Gold, yellow, orange. They're kind of in the same fractal. I learned recently that the reason that metals can reflect light so well is because they literally absorb and then re-emit the photons. They absorb and then re-emit. They don't just bounce it off. They're like, and then you see the silver, right? And that means that at certain pressures, metals go transparent. Just think about that. Really, really conceptualize what the hell that just means. Metals can become transparent when they become so pressurized their lattice structures don't allow for that absorption of the light molecule, so the light just passes through them. We live in a strange world. The rules of the world we experience in this plane are not the same everywhere in the universe. I find that pretty fascinating. You ready for this? We did pull it upside down, so I'll read that one first. But the Trinity, triangle, mother, father, and child, separation, and alienation are aspects of old paradigm thinking that you will release as you come to realize you are one with all that is. You are, right? And I know we say that a lot in the stream, and it's very easy to just say it. Oh, yeah, you're one with everything. It's cliche at this point. But you are. You actually are. There is no this experience without you having it the way you're having it right now, right? It is intricately melted together, intermeshed, codependent within its duality, if you will, unity within the duality of oneness. Sometimes I feel like I absorb light and then beam it out again. You do. You actually do. Like straight up. Human beings glow. We're like, we just don't glow as bright, and then because of that lack of brightness it's not detectable by our own eyes. But if you have a sensitive enough sensor, human beings literally emit light. Isn't that cool? All of you do. That makes you good company. Absolutely. Beat me to it, Nancy. I need fractal positive energy. Sending so much to you right now, Simon. Let's read what the rest of this card means, shall we? 3 is a holy, divine number, often associated with Christianity or the Trinity of Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Here, Trinity is transposed to the holy divine creation of family, mother, father, and child. This downward facing triangle symbolizes receptivity to the commitment of your sacred lineage. A triangle of symbols from the Mayan Tzolk'in embodies this intimate trinity. Amawa designates the Son and the Father aspect of God. Imex is the feminine aspect of God, the mother who nurtures and creates form. Ik is the wind who blows life and humor into being, through breath. Pulling this card asks you to open to a greater understanding of the way you relate to your family, whether it is blood family or the community you call kin. Create in your mind a vision of peace, harmony, and respect. Allow the child at the center of this card to spiral you into appreciation of the ones you call family. Breathe love and humor into this Holy Trinity. Open your heart and offer yourself to a receptive flow of affection coming not only from your birth family, but also from all your relations. Honor your connection to and feel love also for the family of humanity. Hot damn. Yeah. Yeah. What are we here to do? Love. What is true? Love. Who are you? Love. Yeah. Yeah, and so it be. Thank you, friends, for joining me. Let me play some Kalimba to finish us off. Walking with my doggy, bless you. Simon, I will keep you in mind tomorrow morning when I go for my walk with my canine companion. Bless you. Nancy, thank you for loving your little dogger. Pepper, my canine companion. Cece? Kiki? Pee pee? Oh, you want to mush, mush. Mush, 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 mush. Much. She looks like she's superposed to find something. You have a tick here? Not one I can find. Okay, good. The extra gain is not there just yet. The bugs are probably going to get louder soon, but love chance for the win. I'm happy you like that one. That one came very natural. I wanted to keep going with it, but I felt I was going to embarrass myself if I didn't stop when I did. What is true? Love. Who are you? Love. What are we here to do? Love. Thank you. Lead positive vibes for a big family meal Saturday. Bless, bro. Those can be hard, man. Pippi, you're in my way, sweetie. Thank you. And help to cancel out the anxiety. Bless you, Nancy. Bless you. You'll do good, Simon. We'll be thinking of you, Simon. You got this. Absolutely. Thank you, friends, for making sure that we have the support system within each other. That we get to love the family of humanity that exists in the space. Yeah, see, that bug was loud for a second. I saw it like literally peak my entire bar. It has like some sort of smart adjust. The way the light is now creating this thick contrast, like it looks like it's on fire almost. What do we want? Love. When do we want it? Love. Wait, no. I mean, in my mind, love is the eternal. So technically, it is a when. It's just always, technically, right? So yes, love. We wanted love. African sun just made an appearance. Fire my laser and like I have light on my face. Do I? But it's not making a dent against that sun right now. I'm gonna turn it off. I'll be super brooding in the darkness. Pain. Brooding. Okay. 3 minutes and 33 seconds of Kalimba coming up. And just like that, our stream has come to its natural conclusion. We haven't read our Shan message yet, so we're going to wait for that. And then we can say goodbye. What a dear, blessed friend we had today. Blessed friend, blessed stream. Something to love. Big storm behind you, Melty. Hopefully it comes. I would like some big storm right now. As much water that can fall. Wonder if there's a rainbow somewhere in South Africa. Surely there will be. I'm surprised I didn't get a rainbow. If it was still mildly raining, I think we would have had rainbow, but alas, not today. Simon, can I ask, are the visits of your family, like the ones on Sunday, bring you any joy, or do they add something positive to your day or your life? They might just add a free meal, and I feel like if not only that, it would be worth it. Come on, Shan. I'll message you on Discord, Sam. Please do, Simon. Please do. Talk to her. Let your demons out, let them run free a little bit and see if you want to let them back in. Sending you blessings, bro. You got this, man. Big huggies and squeezies. Snugs to all of you lovely, lovely bugs. Right back to you too. I love it, y'all. There's our Shan message now. You ready? You ready to get Shan messaged? To get loved up? Have the mostest, beautifulest day, everyone. I wholeheartedly love you all so very, very super esterly, duper esterly, super sizably, jumboli, whoppingly, enormously, considerably, colossally, vastly, dearly, beloved, poetically, proficiently, peachy, melt more, and all of you, oh so very, very, absolutely, incredibly, inconceivably, remarkably, refreshingly, ceaselessly, captivatingly, cleverly, formidably, fulfillingly, faultlessly, gorgeously, fervently, radiantly, magically, magical, delightfully, revered, divine friends that love things like the very way they love their favorite things. As we love you, dear Shan. That one, that one just like went. That one just flowed so ceaselessly. Blessings. Thank you for Shan messaging all of us, for giving us such a blessing to go and enter our day with. Hot damn, how lucky are we to be loved by Shan enough that she sends us messages like that. Happy to share that message with all of you friends. Receive you. My favorite line there is, I'm gonna get it again. That line that goes, inconceivably, remarkably, refreshingly, ceaselessly, captivatingly, cleverly, formidably, fulfillingly, faultlessly. Faultlessly. You ain't got no faults. I would like to believe, at least. Or at least, the very least, projecting that into the world is an act of being loving. Thank you, friends, for loving me and for sharing these moments, for blessing me with your presences. And I'll see you again soon, like tomorrow. It's not going to be too long. I love you. Go and love someone else in the world as well. Sending you blessings. Until we do this again. Goodbye, everybody. Say bye, puppy. Thank you, sweetie, sweetie. She's wagging her tail, but it's fine. Sending you blessings. See you again.